Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be drawing a boxing banana. Alright, let's get to it. So what I've done here, I have changed the colour of the background to this red colour, and then on a new layer above it, I want to start drawing the banana. So the brush that I'm using is a hard brush, and I'm just going to start by drawing the basic banana shape. I'll select the colour first. So I'll just keep my pen on the screen to snap it to a curve. And I'm just going to add the top part of the banana now. And now to add some shading to the banana, I'm going to start by new layer, clipping mask, and I'm just going to select a darker orange, a darker yellow, and with a hard brush I'm going to draw a segment on this side. Then I'm going to close this shape. Then I'm going to erase with my texture brush some of the top section. New layer, clipping mask, and then with the same colour shade I'm going to add a shadow under this side of the banana. Add a new layer, clipping mask, and then I'm going to start adding some highlights. So I'm going to pick a lighter colour, and I'm just going to go in, add some highlights. So I'm going to start by a very gradual, I'm going to go underneath the initial layer, add some very rough shading, and then I'm going to create a new layer, clipping mask it, and then highlight this section up here. Another new layer, clipping mask. I'm going to change my colour to a lighter colour. And then with the erase tool selected with the shading brush, just erase this gently. Like so. And now down here I'm going to add a slight bit more darker shading. So to do this, I'm going to select on that layer, turn it to an alpha lock, and then select it, and then make the colour slightly darker. So I'm just new layer, making it darker just to add the bottom element that's normally on a banana. So on the new layer, I'm going to make sure I drag it to the top, and then with my shading brush, and then do the same at the top for this section. And then a tiny bit just under here. Like so. Now to add a bit of character. So on a new layer, I'm going to use this dark brown colour. Make sure my brush is selected as a hard brush. One there. I'm going to go underneath the banana. Tap with one finger. And now I'm going to go in and add some gloves. So I'm simplifying this massively. And duplicate this. Then merge these two together, and then on a new layer, clipping mask, add some highlights to the gloves. Make sure my brush is on my shading brush. And then lighter shade. And now, because there is something above the banana, so I'm going to add a shadow underneath the arm. It's a very small shadow under the arm. Then on a new layer, I'm just going to add an eye. Chain the brush back to my hard airbrush. And then just tap. Maybe a bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to change the colour of the background halfway through. The reason I've done this is contrast regions. I want the yellow, the red and the blue to all stand out, hence why I've done this. So on a new layer, right at the bottom, I'm going to change the brush to an airbrush, go back to the dark colour, and then time for some legs. And I'm just going to alpha lock clipping mask above that layer, just so I can add some shading. And now just to tie it all together, let's go in for a boxing bag. So back to the hard airbrush, and select a lighter colour. I'm going to go in and add some shading. So because we've got the light coming in from this side, adding shading to this side of the bag. And then for the reflective light, I'm going to add a bit of the banana. And then a midgy bit of so the darker blue, just darken this bottom section of the bag. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add a string coming off the top of the bag. And then we can finish this off by adding a slight shadow to the ground by going on the bottom layer, new layer, then with the new dark blue that we've used, and then with the adjustments panel, Gaussian blur, and then just blur the background. And there we have boxing banana.